They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UMass Minutemen head out on offense, and they'll take control first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Caught in the backfield, it's Gray. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The UMass offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it.
Turning it on! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's sacked. We'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, and then after the quarterback got him on the ground.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Got a man, it's Kelly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
The sure hands, it's Faulkner. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got it in the middle, it's Harding. And he's down right there, picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. UMass will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. Trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To throw, it's Simpson. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Powers forward. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Works his way for 3 and gets him out to the 5-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll let one fly from deep in his own territory. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the saving field on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Gray. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Picked off, what a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Wants to throw, it's Simpson. Right on the money. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on 3rd down. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The throw. He got it. They will score. Touchdown time. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster. That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Gets it out fast. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The UMass offense returns to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to.
Oh, he's got some space. Stop stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field, finding an escape route. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Comes to the line, facing 2nd and short. Looking to throw at Hairston. Get it out on the screen. Nice move there. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. They're going to run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. 1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Finds his man. Touchdown, Minuteman! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Horton. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. All wideouts, no backs. To the air, it's Simpson. Zings it complete to the right. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. Makes his man miss. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Makes the grab on 3rd. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Across the 25. He's got more. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bama!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's great. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes it.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to... And when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And he misses. How about that, man? It seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Running back searching for a hole. He has the first and still on his feet. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Plows through the defense. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Williams.
That's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And here comes the offense on second down. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Here's the give off the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This
game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trailing down by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and pick some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Jordan. Bringing the heat. That's reeled in. It's Gray. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Leaves it with the running back. Makes it past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. To the air, it's Jordan. Fires into the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. The sneak scores it.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Adams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Makes the grab, it's Williams. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They go to the ground, and he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Lobs it off the back foot. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well stop playing. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 6 over UConn.
Scanning the field, it's Jordan.
For now,
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.